I left my wallet on the sidewalk to test how people would react. What happened next shocked me. A teenager's decision left me speechless. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It started as a simple experiment, one I never thought would change my life. I've always had everything: money, luxury, status. But the more I climbed, the more I questioned humanity. I needed to know if people could still be trusted, if kindness could still be found in this world. I decided to test it, but not in some obvious way. I needed something real, something unspoken. So there I was, standing on the corner of a busy downtown street in Los Angeles. The sun was setting, and the city was buzzing with the usual noise: cars honking, people hustling, the hum of everyday life. But today, I wasn't a businessman or a millionaire. I was just a guy with a simple plan. I slipped my wallet, thick with cash and cards, onto the ground in plain sight. The sidewalk was crowded with people, all too busy with their own lives to notice anything else. I told myself it would only take a few minutes to see how people would react. Would anyone care? Would anyone stop? At first, nothing happened. People rushed by, too absorbed in their own world. I felt my heart sinking a little bit. Maybe humanity really was losing its spark. Then, just as I was about to walk away, something caught my eye. A teenager. His jeans were worn, his shoes scuffed, but there was something about his posture that stood out, like he was just trying to get by, without causing a stir. He noticed the wallet, but did he notice me watching him? He stopped in his tracks, his gaze shifting from the wallet to the people around him. No one else seemed to care. I held my breath as he crouched down. His fingers brushed the wallet, and for a second, I thought he was going to keep it. My heart started racing, but instead he just stood there, looking at the wallet in his hands, confused. What would you do in this situation? Would you take the wallet or do the right thing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. What happened next was something I didn't expect, not in a million years. This teenager looked around, and I saw something in his eyes. It wasn't greed or excitement. It was hesitation, like he wasn't sure if he should do the right thing. But then, without any further hesitation, he turned and started walking toward a nearby cafe. The wallet was still in his hand. He didn't just pick it up and put it in his pocket. No, he walked up to the barista behind the counter and handed it over. He said, "I think this belongs to someone." His voice calm, but firm. I felt a wave of disbelief wash over me. There was no applause, no praise, no one around to see his actions. He didn't want anything in return. And the way he handed it over, it wasn't for a reward. He wasn't trying to be a hero. He was simply doing what he knew was right. I couldn't help but feel humbled. Here I was, testing strangers, and this kid showed me that real goodness still exists in the world. The barista smiled at him, but he didn't stick around to watch. He just walked out, leaving no trace, no acknowledgement. In that moment, I realized something deep inside me had changed. This wasn't just an experiment anymore. It was a reminder of something I had forgotten, that kindness at its core doesn't ask for anything in return. It's selfless. It's raw. It's real. Have you ever made a tough decision like this? Did you choose the right thing even when no one was watching? Tell me what you would have done in this situation. I walked away from the scene, my mind racing. I couldn't believe what I had just witnessed. I had spent years amassing wealth, searching for validation, but here was this teenager, with nothing but a few dollars to his name, showing me what true integrity looks like. His actions left me speechless. How many times had I seen people put on a facade, pretending to be someone they weren't, just to fit in or get ahead? But this kid wasn't like that. He didn't care about the praise. He wasn't looking for a story to tell. He did the right thing because it was simply the right thing to do. That's when it hit me. This wasn't just about a wallet. This was about testing the character of people. And what I learned that day was far more valuable than I could have ever hoped to test. As I made my way home, the more I thought about it, the more I realized how many times I had failed to show this kind of selflessness in my own life. Sure, I'd done things for people, but only when there was something in it for me. But this kid, with nothing to gain, had shown me something I had lost along the way. I couldn't stop thinking about how this one moment had changed everything. Imagine being in his shoes,
Would you have made the same decision? Would you have done the right thing without expecting anything in return? Let me know in the comments. And if you think kindness still matters, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next.